Hey guys, so they've just announced the lineup for the 2022 Venice Film Festival. It's going to be taking place from 31st of August to the 10th of September, and I am fortunate enough to be accredited to attend again this year. Yep, heading back to the Lido, going to be watching some movies. So I thought, why not do a quick video on 10 of the most anticipated films in the Venice Film Festival lineup that I'm keen to see. If you guys are new to the channel, I do cover a lot of international film festivals like Cannes, Venice, Toronto, and I do like to talk about the award season race as well on my channel, so if you want lots of early reviews of highly anticipated movies coming up out through the year, as well as a lot of discussion about who I think are going to be in the races for like Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, etc. Be sure to click that subscribe button. I've noticed in the analytics, a lot of you are watching the videos but not clicking subscribe, so please do help my channel out. I am so close to 5,000 subscribers, which is my end of the year goal, so I'm hoping to get there a little early, so please do help support the channel, guys. It really does mean a lot. Also help support the channel on the algorithm by hitting the little thumbs up button, and also get involved in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of the films in this year's Venice Film Festival. Which ones are you most excited for? Let me know. Love to hear what you guys have to say about everything related to the Venice Film Festival and awards season. You can also stay up to date on all my coverage and content by following me on my socials, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I post a lot of reactions and links to my reviews there, so yeah, do follow us there if you need. Okie dokie, we're done with all the housekeeping now. Let's talk about the movies that I'm excited to see at this year's Venice Film Festival. Gonna kick things off with the opening film of the festival, because it's a banger. It's Noah Baumbach's White Noise. By the way, these 10 films aren't in any particular order. These are just 10 films that I selected out of the lineup, which I am really keen to see. I saw Noah Baumbach's previous film, Marriage Story, at the Venice Film Festival a few years ago. That film knocked my socks off, so now I'm very excited to see that he's opening the film festival again. It's also in competition, so it is up for awards. And yeah, this film has quite the cast in it. It's got Adam Driver, Greta Gerwig, Don Cheadle, Rafi Cassidy, Jodie Turner-Smith, and Sam Nivola. It's an adaptation of the novel of the same name by Don DeLeo. So yeah, this is an adaptation by Noah Baumbach, not an original by Noah Baumbach, so that'll be interesting to see. But the synopsis on IMDb reads, White Noise dramatizes a contemporary American family's attempts to deal with the mundane conflicts of everyday life while grappling with the universal mysteries of love, death, and the possibility of happiness in an uncertain world. Ooh. Apparently it's at once hilarious, horrifying, lyrical, and absurd, ordinary, and apocalyptic. So yeah, sign me up. Okay, so next up we have one of the most expected films that we were expecting to see in the lineup, which is the new mystery, star-studded psychological thriller from Olivia Wilde called Don't Worry Darling, which is playing at Venice out of competition. But I'm still so excited for this film because I loved Olivia Wilde's first film, Booksmart. It was one of my favorite films of that year, so I was very excited to see what her next feature follow-up was going to be. And Don't Worry Darling looks right up my alley. It looks like a beguiling mystery. It's set in this almost utopian looking town called Victory, and it's centered around a young couple played by Florence Pugh and Harry Styles. All is not what it appears. It looks a little too squeaky clean, so I'm excited to see how this film unravels. It looks a little bit The Truman Show, a little bit Stepford Wives, a little bit Vivarium as well, but I love the look of this film. I love the cast, which also includes Chris Pine, Keke Palmer, Gemma Chan, and Olivia Wilde herself. I also really love the tone of the trailers, so I'm very keen to watch Don't Worry Darling. Okay, so next up we have the latest film from Mexican filmmaker Alejandro G. Inarritu, Bardo. Actually, wait, no, there's a longer title. It's Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths. There we go. So it's another mouthy title, just like Birdman or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. So yeah, but I don't care about the lengthy title. Everyone's just going to call it Bardo anyways. But yeah, it's Alejandro G. Inarritu, who we love. Last time that Inarritu was at the Venice Film Festival with Birdman, he went on to win Best Picture at the Academy Awards the subsequent year. Not too much is known about Bardo at the moment. Like, we don't have any stills or trailers for this one, but we do know that it's going to be a 3-hour film, so yeah, it's going to be a long one. But also, the synopsis on IMDb says, it's a nostalgic comedy set against an epic journey, a chronicle of uncertainties where the main character, a renowned Mexican journalist and documentary filmmaker, returns to his native country to face his identity, familial relationships, and the folly of his memories, as well as the past a new reality of his country. Inarritu has gone back to Mexico. I think it's his first time in 20 years that he's filmed a movie solely in Mexico. So yeah, he's gone back to his roots and made something that could be very personal, and it sounds like a really epic journey. So yeah, could this be Inarritu's Roma? I guess we'll see. I'm very excited for this one though. I should say now, it's being distributed by Netflix. Also, Noah Baumbach's film White Noise is being distributed by Netflix as well. There's actually 4 films in the lineup, which are Netflix films this year, which is, crazy. Okay, next up we have Venice's token Western entry. Like last year we had the really underrated Old Henry starring Tim Blake Nelson. I really like that movie. This year we've got Walter Hill's Dead for a Dollar. I'm not really a typical Western watcher, but I am keen for this one. Let me read you the synopsis on IMDb. The film follows a famed bounty hunter who runs into his sworn enemy, a professional gambler and outlaw that he has sent to prison years before. So yeah, it's a bounty hunter story. But listen to the cast. We've got Willem Dafoe, Rachel Brosnahan, Hamish Linklater, and Christoph Waltz. Okay, that talent, there's no arguing with it. I'm keen to see it. But yeah, I'm down for some Dafoe. I mean, is it ever a Venice Film Festival without at least one film with Willem Dafoe in? He is always at least one movie. Dafoe is just booked and blessed. He's got such a great work ethic. He's just always making movies and they always show up at prestigious film festivals. So yes, keen to see some Dafoe and Dead for a Dollar. Okay, so next up we have the latest project from Irish playwright turned screenwriter Martin McDonagh, who gave us the amazing films 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri and 7 Psychopaths. And he's actually re-teamed up with his stars of his first film, In Bruges, with Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, for this new film called The Banshees of Inisherin. Hopefully I said that right, didn't butcher it up. This is another comedic tragedy from Martin McDonagh. This time he's telling a breakup story of sorts between 2 friends, played by Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson. It's set in Ireland on the fictional island of Inisherin during 1923, during the time of the Irish Civil War. The film also stars Barry Keoghan and Kerry Condon in supporting roles. I've enjoyed every single film that Martin McDonagh has made so far, and the fact that he's tag teaming up with his In Bruges stars for another film which is set in his home roots of Ireland, I'm just really keen for it. I think it's gonna be a really awesome gem in the lineup. Remember to comment down below with your most anticipated films in the Venice Film Festival lineups. If there's any that I've missed in the lineup that you really want reviews for, again, let me know. Okay, so next up we have another Netflix film. It's Andrew Dominique's biopic Blonde, which stars Ana de Armas as the renowned bombshell that was Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe. Words are difficult. This looks to be one of Venice's prestige films this year, a la Spencer last year. It looks like a proper star vehicle role for Ana de Armas, because she's been having a tremendous few years, the last few years, and this looks like the perfect film for her to launch into the Best Actress race. I mean, she's playing one of the icons of cinema, Marilyn Monroe. So yeah, I think Ana de Armas is gonna be a big name on the Lido this year. There is a lot of preemptive Best Actor Oscar buzz surrounding her name, so we will wait and see. You know I'll be reviewing it. You're gonna hear my thoughts on whether I think she's gonna be a big contender in the Best Actress race. She could win the Volpe Cup as well. Just from the minor clips that we've seen of her in the trailer for this film, I am so excited to see what she does with this role as Marilyn Monroe. I think she's going to knock it out of the park. Okay, so next we have the latest film from Italian filmmaker Luca Guadagnino. Now he is back with his latest film, Bones and All, which is an adaptation of Camille De Angeli's novel. Taylor Russell, whose breakout performance came in the movie Waves, is the star of this film. She plays a young woman called Marin, who is a young woman who learns how to live on the fringes of society, along with a disenfranchised drifter that she meets called Lee, who's played by Timothée Chalamet, who of course did Call Me By Your Name with Luca Guadagnino. There's actually a few returning players from previous Guadagnino projects in this film. So you've got Michael Stuhlbarg, Chloe Sevigny, Jessica Harper, and also Francesca Scorsese. She was in We Are Who We Are. The film is being sold as a coming-of-age romance / odyssey / horror, which explores the failure of the American dream. And it is a genre movie because apparently it looks at cannibalism. Yum. Also, the score for this film has been penned by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, who did Soul, so that's another reason to be excited. So yeah, this one does have potential to be divisive, but I'm still very keen to see it. Okay, so next we have the latest film from Todd Fields called Tar, which stars Cate Blanchett as Lydia Tar, one of the world's most renowned famous conductors. She was also the first female conductor of a major German orchestra. This is Todd Fields' first film since Little Children back in 2006, and just a little reminder, the last two of Todd Fields' movies which he directed, the leading women of those films, Kate Winslet in Little Children and Sissy Spacek in The Bedroom, they both went on to get Oscar nominations for Best Actress. So, given that this is Cate Blanchett leading this film, who is a renowned Academy darling, this could be a huge, battle between Cate Blanchett and Ana de Armas for the Volpe Cup and maybe even Best Actress at the Oscars. That is why I'm keen to see this film for the awards season buzz, really. So yeah, looking forward to Tar. Okay, so next we have the highly anticipated follow-up from Florian Zeller, who exploded onto the scene a couple years prior with his gorgeous drama, The Father, which won him an Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay and also Best Actor for his star Anthony Hopkins. His new film is actually the second in a trilogy of plays which Florian wrote and is now adapting himself into movie versions. So we had The Father, and now he's adapting The Son, and the third one is called The Mother, I believe. I'm not sure when we're going to get that, but yeah, the next one is called The Son, and it stars Hugh Jackman, Vanessa Kirby, Laura Dern, and apparently Anthony Hopkins has a role in this as well. He's not playing the same character as he played in The Father, he's playing someone different. The plot is about a man called Peter, played by Hugh Jackman, whose life is thrown into disarray when his ex-wife Kate, who's played by Laura Dern, shows up on the doorstep with their teenage son, Nicholas, who's played by a young chap called Zen McGrath. Apparently this is going to be a real breakout role for the young actor Zen McGrath. I don't know anything about him, but there's a lot of buzz surrounding him already. And yeah, but also you've got all these amazing, either Oscar-winning or Oscar-nominated actors all sharing the screen. Hugh Jackman, Laura Dern, Vanessa Kirby, Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, I'm excited. Before we get to the last in this top 10 anticipated films for the Venice Film Festival, there are some other films I just want to give an honorable mention to because I will still be watching these films. Odds are I will get a review out for them as well. I just want to give them a quick mention. So some other films that I'm very keen to see. Dreamin' Wild. That's directed by Bill Pohlad, and honestly, this was a film that wasn't even on my radar until I heard it was announced this morning as part of the lineup. It's out of competition, but it's still going to be at the festival. And it caught my attention because of the star power. It's got Walton Goggins, Casey Affleck, Zooey Deschanel, Jack Dylan Grazer, Noah Jupe, Beau Bridges. So yeah, sometimes star power gets me excited, alright? Sue me. The film is centered around musical duo Donnie and Joe Emerson, who are played by Walton Goggins and Casey Affleck, and how they spend everything they have to produce a record in the 1970s. We also have the prequel to Ty West's film X called Pearl, which stars Mia Goth again. This was a bit of a surprise this morning, was not expecting that to be in the lineup, but it's screening as part of a midnight showing in Venice, so I'll hopefully try catch that, but I'm not sure I will. I'm staying in San Marco, which is a boat taxi ride away from the Lido where all the movies are playing, so if I can get a taxi back at night, then I will watch Pearl, but if not, I might have to skip it. It's to be confirmed. We've also got a new film from British filmmaker Joanna Hogg, who did The Souvenir Part 1 and 2. She's got a new film out called The Eternal Daughter, which stars Tilda Swinton. Love Life by Koji Fukada. This is his fourth film, but his first time in Venice, and he's been compared a lot to Hirokazu Koreeda's, so Sold. Living by Oliver Hermanes. This one stars Alex Sharp, Tom Burke, Bill Nye. Keen to give it a go. It'll probably show up at the London Film Festival, to be fair. And also Look at Me, which is a short by Sally Potter, but it's got Harvey Bardem and Chris Rock in it. So I'm like, ooh, pique my interest, why don't ya? We've also got a new film by Paul Schrader called Master Gardener that's screening out of competition. That stars Sigourney Weaver and Joel Edgerton. And there's also a new TV series by Nicholas Winding Refn, who did Only God Forgives and The Neon Demon. Yeah, I'm keen to check out that. It's called Copenhagen Cowboys. So yeah, other things to keep an eye on. All right, so we're here. Last film in this list, probably my most anticipated film, not gonna lie. It's the new film by Darren Aronofsky called The Whale, which is being distributed by A24. This film is a psychological drama about a obese man called Charlie, played by Brendan Fraser, who struggles with binge eating and is trying to reconnect with a 17-year-old daughter called Ellie, who's played by Stranger Things star Sadie Sink. The two of them have grown apart when Charlie abandoned his family for his gay lover who has recently died. So he's trying to pick up where he left off with his daughter. I am super excited for this film, guys, because Darren Aronofsky has a knack for reviving the careers of discarded stars gone by. I'm hoping The Whale does for Brendan Fraser what The Wrestler did for Mickey Rourke. Just revives his career and also allows Brendan Fraser the chance to show off his abilities and talents that we haven't really seen from him in the past and earn him some respect and clout again within the industry. And I think this film might actually have the potential to do that. This could be one of those roles like Matthew McConaughey in Dallas Buyers Club or Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting or Dead Poets Society, you know, which gives a mostly comedically known actor a meaty part for them to show off their range and capabilities. He's also having a little bit of a career renaissance right now, what with his role in Steven Soderbergh's No Sudden Move. He's also got a part in Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon alongside Leonardo DiCaprio. So yeah, this could be the start of a turnaround for him, a career resurgence for Brendan Fraser. Because one thing that Hollywood and the Academy really loves is a comeback. And I would love to see a turnaround for Brendan Fraser. Could he win the Volpe Cup? Potentially, but he's gonna have some stiff competition from like Adam Driver and Hugh Jackman, I bet. But I would like to see it happen. I would love to see Brendan Fraser get an Oscar nomination as well, because this does seem like the type of role that the Academy could go for. It's a real type of comeback role for him. Apparently there's a lot of makeup and prosthetics involved. There's also a lot of dramatic weight, no pun intended, with this role. So I'm hoping this film sticks to the landing. I'm hoping it doesn't miss the target. It's just a different side of Brendan Fraser that we've not really seen before, and that really, really intrigues me. It makes me really want to watch this film. That's why it's like my number one most anticipated film of the Venice Film Festival. But there we have it, guys. Those are my 10 most anticipated films from this year's Venice Film Festival. As always, it's just one bloke's opinion. I do want to hear from you guys. Which films in the Venice lineup are you excited for? Which ones do you want me to review while I'm there? Do let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys have enjoyed the video, help support the channel by hitting that thumbs up button. You can follow me on socials, Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, TikTok, it's all in the video description down below. And yeah, I'm gonna be giving you lots of coverage on this year's fall film festival circuit, Venice, London, maybe Toronto as well. So if you don't want to miss any of that, as well as my Oscar prediction videos that were coming out as well, don't forget to click subscribe. If you like Oscar stuff, if you like early reviews, then yes, please do help support my channel by following and subscribing. It really does help. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, the Oscars, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Hayfield, and I'll see you next time. Forgot what I was saying.